Now, WDSU First Warning Weather. I've got a lot to kind of fill in just a couple of minutes with so many events going on, obviously. It starts with Thanksgiving, and it begins with the cold front. That's where we'll start. WDSU First Warning Weather Doppler radar. A couple of showers that we're starting to see on the radar, and that's just ahead of this little weak shower and little weak cold front at the initial beginnings of it. Again, a couple of sprinkles as we head maybe to the border here in Mississippi. You get north of Bogalusa here. We got maybe to Angie Varnadal. A couple of sprinkles that we have coming down here. But that's just the beginnings ahead of the front that is actually still behind us right now. It is not too far away, but in northern parts of the state at this time. Now, visibility, fog last night was starting to form. Right now, we've got winds that are keeping that fog from forming, but I have seen some data that show the winds could start to let up and already a little reduced visibility to Houma, so there could be some fog as we get closer to daybreak tomorrow if those winds relax enough. Humidity way up. We were near a dew point of 68 to 71, and those temperatures not too far behind. So we do have enough humidity in the air. If those winds would start to relax, there's that chance we could get some fog. So that's the first little wrinkle. Not a terrible problem. Where's that front right now? Northern parts of the state, like I showed, Memphis already to 54. We've got 30s and 40s farther north from there. So it's all about tracking that front coming on through, and it's tomorrow morning. It'll be right on our doorstep. The colder air rushes in thereafter. I've been talking about this upside down day. What does that really mean? Kind of backwards. Usually afternoon high temperatures come our way. High temperature might be just after midnight tonight, kind of milder in the morning, then colder in the afternoon. Radar to show that we've got a couple isolated showers entering the northern zones early in the morning hours. To daybreak, we might have a few light showers, pockets of drizzle. I'm not concerned about the rain. It's not a lot of it. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm comes later. That would be towards the coast. Temperatures you see in the morning, 65 Bogalusa already cooling down, but upper 60s nearing 70 south. There is that very low level risk of a storm being severe. I'm just not concerned. I don't think it's there. And that would be more likely to the coast. But the breezes increase throughout the day. North winds 10 to 20, higher gusts. And these will be afternoon temperatures. It's not a ton colder, but we kind of maintain temperatures. It's cloudy, but with the winds kicking in, it will get cooler, especially the northern zones. It's the evening hours where you really feel it. So let's break it down by event. Morning hours, the Turkey Day race in City Park's not too bad. Couple of pockets of drizzle. I don't think it's needing rain gear to get away from heavier rain. Right around 68, 69. Bayou Classic and the parade kicking off. We're down to about 66 at 3, then dropping 64 by 5, and we're not concerned with rain, but Tulane welcoming in Memphis there in Uptown 6:30. The breezes really increase, and we are dropping to the 50s as we get to the nighttime hours. So putting it all together, Thanksgiving morning, not too bad. A little fog potential, maybe some drizzle, light showers letting up by midday. Then much colder by the nighttime hours. Hey, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, it's a cold rain. Unfortunately, it's the same system that brings us our rain with that cold front. Most of the country is not too bad if it's last minute travel. Once we get beyond Thanksgiving, that's where the cold rushes in. Towards Friday morning, 40s to 50s for everyone. We'll break out some sunshine here, but look at this. Temperatures only topping out around 59 to 60. That is a top temp for the day. Light freeze possible North Shore coming Saturday. Sunday, Bayou Classic, Saint Sunday. You best have your jackets and coats getting to and from the games. No precipitation, no rain. Monday morning could be our coldest. Impact day, potential cold alerts could come then. Sharif?